When I started, I told you I started with only 18 students, 1/8. The language was not recognized as a mother tongue. It was not recognized at all. The parents who come from India, they want their children to be taught in Hindi. The early temple was at Rowell Road, Rowell Road. My father and we used to stay on the first floor, and ground floor was used for temple. He said, every Sunday you pray here. So one day, then he and his friend decided that, you should buy a property and have a proper temple. Because father was not educated at all. He insisted, you build a temple, but I want you to build a school also.
I think if you mention about book cafe, there is not another kids book cafe in Singapore. It really sparked off because our kids
Children
really enjoy reading.
We kind of envision this space like for children to really enjoy the space, to be able to walk around. As a child, I think like my parents used to buy, like picture books. It will be a lot of like the princesses, a lot of the cartoon books, But what is available now for children, I think, is far more than what I had. Like there are a lot of books about feelings. I don't think that is what I had as a child.
The Art Samaj movement, the principle of this was, it was not in favor of idol worship. Second thing, it was also in favor of everybody should get education. People today they are in different form, in different mood, different culture. This is how the parents have brought.
We lean more towards the Montessori approach, where we allow children to have self-help skills here, like the water dispenser. Children, they are able to take the glass cups themselves and fill it up, and they get to decide, how much they want and where they want to stop. We have the mini trays, and all the utensils are like smaller in size, and also the low tables. Yeah, we don't have high chair here. The low sitting allow them to decide, if they want to sit or actually they want to stand or move around, and not be bounded by the high chair lah.
The way we shelf our books as well, it's quite geared towards the Montessori approach as well.
Like real people.
Children, they cannot differentiate between fantasy and reality at a very young age.
Yep.
So we want to expose them to as much like
realistic things
as
yes.
possible.
So all these are the little things actually, in fact, that help children to help themselves.
I have around 126 staff. They go down to various schools to teach Hindi as a mother tongue. The school also helps the community by doing translation. For example, someone comes in India with a Hindi driving license. So they come here, we translate and they start driving here, and driving license given in English in Singapore. I know that once the people come here, they want to donate kidney, and the poor fellow only can speak Hindi. So they call me up and say, please translate.
When Omicron started spiking, at that point, that affected our business because there were a lot more cancellations. But subsequently, after the numbers kind of,
kind of more stable.
Yeah.
Because it's a community-based thing. We are a non-profit organization, and we are not all out to make money. We are all out to promote the language. Our fees are very small. Sometimes we feel the population of the language is shrinking. The reason is because of the COVID, the last 2 years.
Truth to be told, I think a book cafe is quite hard to sustain. So this was previously like a hardware store, like an bus office. So it was quite bare when we first started. Yeah, and the space just really slowly came about.
Here my duty comes first. And I told her, if I don't leave, I told my son, Professor Raj, somebody has to run this. And free of charge service. Nowadays, nobody like to do free of things.
I think we need to constantly reinvent ourselves in different
Yeah.
ways now. This is something new, so I think when we first started, we didn't really have to market ourselves a
Yeah.
lot.
Education should be for everybody.
The message we want to send out to a lot of parents are, our children are capable. They are capable to do things for themselves.
And we will carry on as long as the people demand it. It doesn't matter. I mean, today we have 4,000, tomorrow we run 3,000, 2,000. It doesn't matter. We will carry on as long as we can.